And good afternoon. Welcome to the Many Loves Lunch Hour with Mandy. I'm your host, Mandy Conant, with no particular letters behind my name except MILF, granted to me by the amazing Robin Beach from Sex with Robin. I come to you today and every Monday at noon to discuss everything and anything, all things ethically non monogamous. Um, and I don't come to you, like I said, with any sort of formal knowledge. I have 20 years experience, over 20 years. I have 22 years experience um, as someone who is ethically non monogamous in some fashion. I've been on many, many sides and many, many points of many, many shapes of many, many relationships. So I come to you from experience. Today, our topic is opening up to family and friends, explaining ethical non monogamy to the people that we care about or the people that have questions. This was a requested topic. As always, I talk about topics of or relating to ethical non monogamy that I run into in my life or that my listeners run into in their lives and they ask me to talk about. So, over the 22 years of me being ethically non monogamous, I've had to have conversations about what ethical non-monogamy and or polyamory is and what it is not. And so I've done this a time or two. Hold on one second. Sorry. So I've done this a time or two. I've explained it to friends and family. I why? Sorry, folks. Hold on. Having some technical difficulties. That's what I wanted to make sure. That's my kids. To my oldest children, you're more than welcome to stop in. I am doing my show right now, but Kelly is downstairs and I'm sure she would love to see Oliver, my grandson. So please feel free to come in. If you want to pop in and say hi on the show, you're more than welcome to. So as oh, he's gonna or she's gonna one of them's gonna pop in. I just know it. My oldest kids are here that and they have my grandson. Yes, I am old enough to have a grandson who I will eventually explain ethical non-monogamy to. So that's a really great starting point for us. Is how we explain ethical non-monogamy to kids. So that's a great starting point. So we are going to start there. First, I'm going to run through all the things that I run through every show, which is first and foremost, I love comments, questions, and critique. So please feel free to comment and let me know you're listening. Ask me questions throughout the show. And if I do something wrong, which I am known to do, let me know. Let's see. The dogs are barking. My kids have thrown me off my game. I don't know if they're going to come in or not. Yeah, now I'm completely fucking lost. Questions, comments, and critique are always welcome. Let me know you're listening. Let me know you're there. Um, if you're new or a regular, please let me know. And if there is anything that you want me to address in future shows, do future topics on, or just want me to answer a quick question for you, if it's unrelated to the show currently, go ahead and just send me a private message and we can talk about it. Or if it's related to the show, please comment. Would love to um, would love to answer that question on the air. So, um, let's see. Let's talk about Mandy's weekend. Mandy's weekend was amazing. Um, my I don't ever get to see my partner on the weekends. Um, my local partner on the weekends because he works on the weekends. Um, so we usually just get to spend some days during the week together. Um, and I have to work during the day, my 9 to 5 that pays the bills, because this does not, unfortunately. So we only get to spend like the evenings together, and he's here while I'm working because I do get to work from home. I do have the privilege of being able to do that. Um, but he surprised me with having Saturday off this weekend, and it was amazing. And so I got to spend a whole day with him. And let me tell y'all that the stuff that we did on Saturday is what I live for. We got up and went and had pedicures, and it was his first pedicure. He loved it. It was a little ticklish, but he loved it. Um, and then we went to Target, went shopping at Target, and then went and got drunk at Cracker Barrel because Cracker Barrel serves mimosas now. Um, and then we came home and took a nap. That is the things I live for, are pedicures and mimosas and shopping and naps. It was the perfect fucking Saturday. It was great. Um, yeah, it was fantastic. And I have a date lined up with my long distance partner this afternoon, um, to watch the new House of Dragons premiere. We're huge Game of Thrones fans, and it's something that he and I have bonded over the last 6 years, 6 years. And so we made a date to watch the premiere together because he had to work last night. So we will watch the premiere together long distance after I'm done with the show today. So super excited about that. I have the best partners. I really am in a really good place with really amazing partners right now. My nesting partner, let's not forget, my nesting partner has shown up recently. And like shown up in life recently and really been helping me out. And in fact, went and picked my local partner up for me last Tuesday. Because I was really bummed, and it was there. Like, yeah, I'm just bragging now at this point. I am in such a great place with such amazing partners. And it's a drastic change from what I was dealing with 6 months ago. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy. My friends and close family have commented about how happy I am. My kids have commented about how happy I am. Hello, Sean. Hi. Glad you're here. So yeah, so things are good. Things are great. Um, Let's see. I think that that's really the recap on Mandy here lately. Um, my middle son is recovering from surgery. That's really it. My grandson can say orange, and it is the cutest fucking thing on the planet. Um, yeah, that's the recap on Mandy. So yeah. So talking about grandsons and talking about kids, we can start there with our topic of opening up to friends and family and explaining ethical non-monogamy to the people that we care about. Um, to kids are super easy, y'all. Kids have not been tainted and tarnished by societal setup and societal norm yet. And so they just accept freely that you love and care about multiple people, because guess what? Kids care and love about kids care about and love multiple people as well. So they get it. It's super easy. They haven't been told yet that they can't, by societal norms, by the hegemony, by mononormative um mentality, that they can only have one partner or romantically be involved with one person or have romantic feelings for one person. um so kids are easy, they just accept it. My kids, I think I've said this on the show before, my kids never really knew anything different. um my oldest is going to be 26 this year, and he doesn't really remember me being monogamous. um it, yeah, mom's always had multiple people that I love and care about, and that I kiss and hug and spend the night with and have sleepovers and cuddle with. And so the kids have always been easy. My kids have always been easy because I was always open. For parents and aunties and uncles that have to explain it newly because they've just opened up, or the kids have just kind of experienced um, maybe a change in the way that you're dating, the change the way you're relationshiping. Um, Depending on the age, don't complicate it all that much. Um, I would suggest sticking with close friends, and just saying that this is my good friend, or this is dad's good friend. Um, the same way we do when we're opening up and dating people as single people with or with kids, or um you know another good thing is, if you want to say this is mommy's girlfriend or this is mommy's boyfriend, and your kids are at that age where they have been subjected to the hegemony, they have been subjected to the mononormative mindset, um that's the default, is monogamy. uh and they say, well, mom, you can't have more than one boyfriend, or mom, you can't have a boyfriend, you're married. What about dad? I would encourage you to question your children's line of thinking, or question the child's line of thinking. Who says that? Who says that mom can't have a boyfriend or mom can't have a girlfriend or multiple boyfriends or multiple girlfriends? Who told you that? Who says that that's not okay? And you can teach your kids at that point. That's such a bigger lesson too that you're teaching your kids is to question the normative, question the regular, or the normal. Don't uh don't just say, yeah, we do it because that's what everybody does and that's how we do it and that's just how life is. Have them question it. This is why can't mom have a girlfriend and be married? Um it makes them think. It makes the kids think. It makes your nieces or nephews think for themselves and gives them an opportunity to realize why they think that way, because that's what society has told them is the norm. um Bring in other people that that maybe have different um home dynamics. Maybe little Joey lives with his grandmother. Not all kids live with just a mommy and a daddy, and not all kids have just a mommy and a daddy, and some kids have two mommies and some kids have two daddies, or just one parent at all, or just a grandmother or just a grandfather, or they live with their aunt or uncle. And it makes sure they know that different is actually normal when it comes down to it. That's you all have heard me say that before, that's my daughter's rebuttal when somebody says, "Oh, that's weird." My daughter just says, "No, it's just different. It's not weird, it's just different. We just do it differently." Um to and I would encourage that line of thinking to all ages of kids, of like maybe 6 or 7 and older. And of course, you're going to change the way that you approach it depending on their age. Um and you're going to talk to them in an age appropriate way. But for younger than 6, I would say it's just mom's friend. The same way that you would if you were dating somebody and you were single, and um it's just mom's friend. um to family. um I would say to that coming out to friends is easier than coming out to family, because your family is who has created the normative way that you think, right? The older generations of your family are the ones that told you that monogamy was the norm and that monogamy was how things were supposed to work. Um, so that's going to be more difficult coming out to family. So then let's talk about coming out to friends first, because I think coming out to kids is the easiest because they've not been jaded. Um, and then coming out to friends, because your friends your friends kind of are your chosen family, right? Mine are, at least. My friends are people I feel understand me better than my family does, than my blood family does. They understand me and know me on a level that maybe your family doesn't. Um, they a lot of times your friends will surprise you and they'll know. Like they know you didn't really need to come out to them. They knew. Um, but if you did, do you need so I've had partners even recently. I have had uh I've had partners have trouble coming out to their friends and family that they're dating someone that is ethically non-monogamous. Um, they have gotten flack. They have gotten they've gotten comments like I'd never let my girl sleep with 5 different people, or I'd never let my girl have more than one partner. And I think the key word here is let. Uh, Nobody lets me do anything. And I feel like people who are ethically non-monogamous and people who are polyamorous feel the same way. Nobody lets me do anything. I am my own person, and um sorry, I just got distracted. um I am my own person. I'm so sorry. um and I don't answer to anyone. And that being said, nobody lets me do anything. Um I'm trying to figure out why I'm having some technical difficulties, folks. It says that it is streaming to my group and to my page. So if you're listening, if you'll let me know where you're listening from. Okay, so it is on the split page. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry about this. I'm just trying to make sure that this is being yeah. I don't see that it's coming across on my group in my group. So if you're listening, let me know where you're listening from, whether it's the group, the Many Loves Lunch Hour group, or the split page, or YouTube. Because I don't see that it's in the group, which bugs me. Um, One day I'll get this shit figured out, y'all. Um, yeah, I see it on the split page. Let's see if maybe that helps. I tried to share it. Maybe that works. I don't fucking know. Anyway, um I think that being able to understand that I am my own person, um, and nobody lets me do anything, that's such a gross, um, that's just such a gross mindset that we've got to get past, that we've got to, um, stop stop assuming that people belong to people and that people are letting people do something. Um, if you don't want to date someone who's ethically non-monogamous, for sure, don't date someone that's ethically non-monogamous. That's a boundary that you're setting, and that's not a rule you're putting on someone else, right? We're back to boundaries and rules like we talked about a couple weeks ago. Um, yeah, I don't I'm a grown ass person and people don't let me do things. Um, they start relationships with me knowing that ethical non-monogamy is how I relationship. Um, I don't hide that from anyone. And some people jump in and think they can handle it and realize that they can't. And that's okay. People get hurt in the process for sure, but people get hurt in monogamous relationships too. Um, it's I would suggest that you tell your friends. So when my partner had people go, I would never let my girlfriend date or sleep with or see or whatever terms that's used, other people, other men, other women, other thems, other in betweens, um anyone on the spectrum. I'm not trying to be gender biased here. Anyone. I would not let my partner or my girlfriend or my boyfriend see other people. um I would start by taking that word out of the equation and just simply go, I don't let my partner do anything. My partner is their own person. um my partner loves and cares and has the capacity to love and care about other people. Um, and I entered this relationship willingly. And what's what is the difference in loving and caring about multiple romantic partners and loving and caring about multiple kids or multiple parents or multiple siblings? Um, for some reason, I mean, we exclude multiple romantic partners from shared love. For some reason, we think that we have the capacity as humans to love 6 brothers and sisters or 4 kids or 2 parents or 72 aunts and uncles or a dozen best friends or good friends or even halfway decent friends. But we don't have the capacity to have romantic love for multiple people. I don't understand the distinction in those concepts. I don't understand the difference in those concepts. Um, so I encourage you to explain it that way. Um, and take that word let out. I don't I Your partner is not your property. You're not letting them do anything. Your partner is not your child. You're not letting them do anything. Um, a lot of times our family um, is concerned is concerned that somebody's taking advantage of someone or somebody is treating someone like a side piece. Um, and you all know what I mean by that. Um, we our families tend to worry, right? Our families tend to be concerned that we're being treated unfairly or unequally or um we're not being treated like we should or we're undervaluing ourselves. um and I have to argue that that is the exact opposite. um One of the reasons that I love ethical non-monogamy, one of the reasons that I love relationshiping the way that I do, the reasons that I love having partners and relating in the style that I do is because I never ever want someone to be with me because they feel like they have to or they feel stuck or they they feel like I'm the default or that they're the default even, especially if that they're the I never ever want my partners to feel like they're the default. Because I know what that feels like. I've had relationships like that in the past. And being a default or a crutch or being stuck with someone because your finances are intermingled or because you have children with them and you have to. I don't ever want to be in a relationship like that. Um so I would hope and I strive to have all my partners feel very chosen, to feel very wanted. I don't ever want my partners to feel like I feel like I have to be with them or that I'm stuck with them for some reason. Um, even my nesting partner, we touch base, regularly and make sure, our finances are not intermingled enough where um we depend on each other or we have to be together for any reason. Um I want to feel like my partners choose to spend time with me. And I want my partners to feel that way as well. That I choose to spend time with them. That whatever our date night is not a default, or our date night is not, I'm not here just because you're on the schedule. Um or because you live down the hall, or I just, it's so much more important to me to feel wanted, because needed feels trapped. Um, and I say all that to say that when you are explaining to your family um, how you relate differently, that you're um sorry, I'm being distracted again. How when your mother says, I just feel like you're being treated like a side piece. Why can't this person just settle down and be with you? My rebuttals are, why? First of all, I don't want to be someone's everything. That's a lot of pressure. Why would I make my partner, why would I force my partner's hand to not care about other people? That just seems not productive. That seems not human. Um, why would I want my partner to feel like they have to be with me? My partners are with me because they want to be with me. I'm with my partners because I want to be with them. Um, I don't ever want someone to feel stuck with me. Um, when my mother first asked me, so I was never out to my father. Um, that's the one person in my life that I decided I was not going to be out to. Um, simply because I just didn't, he wouldn't understand it. It didn't matter how I explained it to him, he was not going to understand it. And we all have those kind of people in our lives, right? That just, it doesn't fucking matter how you explain it. It doesn't matter. They're not going to understand it. It just isn't going to happen. So I was not ever out to my father. When I finally did think that he was in a place where he could understand it, his health had taken a toll, and he was not in a place physically or mentally where I just wanted to add to that. It wasn't about me at that time. It was about him. And I wanted to make sure that he knew it was all about him. But when my mother first asked me, she said, I don't understand it, but as long as you're happy, Mandy. I said, well, I want to help you understand it. One of the things that I did was I got a bunch of these very, very small books by Elizabeth Sheff called When Someone You Love is Polyamorous. They are super inexpensive. I'm trying to find out. Okay, they're $3 in the Kindle version on Amazon. It's a small book. It's like this big. You could carry 2 or 3 of them in your purse. It's a quick read. Elizabeth Sheff is great about explaining everything that I've attempted to in the last 40 minutes. So I bought my mom the book, handed her one, and my mom gets questions too, right? My mom gets questions from people like, I see that Mandy's because I'm out. I live very loudly and out there. Um, and so she gets questions from people. I don't understand why your daughter is a whore. I don't understand why Mandy has multiple partners. Um, I don't understand it. So she can now pull this book out of her purse and say, "Here, this," and it's so inexpensive. The book is so inexpensive that it's easy to just go, "Here, keep this, understand it." Or if you want to give it back to me, cool, I can recycle it and give it to someone else. Um, but this, it helps her to be able to explain to people as well. Not all your families are going to have to do it, right? I understand that I live loudly and not everyone lives as loudly as I do. So people in my family and my friend group have to explain me on a regular basis. I'm that friend that you have to explain before meeting, or before introducing them to someone. I get that. But I asked my mom at the time that I gave her the book, I said, "Mom, were you always in love with my dad? Like, always? That was the only person you loved ever?" She was like, "No, because not many people can have only been in love with one person ever." So I said, "So you've cared about and loved other people and have had interest in other people?" "Yeah, of course." "Okay, awesome. When you were with my dad, because my parents were together for 17 years, when you were with my dad, um, did you ever have a connection with someone else that you thought, God, if I wasn't married, or if my husband wasn't in my life, I would really have a connection with this person? And you missed out on that connection because of this stipulation that you had on you, right? These rules that you had on you." Um, she stopped for a minute and she went, "Yeah, I guess there have been people that I've made connections with that I couldn't pursue because I was married." I said, "Well, Mom, wouldn't it have been amazing had you had the opportunity to pursue those connections? Wouldn't it have been amazing had one of these people that you'd been in love with, you'd have been able to be in love with that person at the same time that you were in love with my dad?" Can you imagine, like, that overwhelming, just heart bursting out because you got the opportunity to be in love with more than one person at one time? And she was like, "I mean, yeah, that would have been amazing." I don't know that I could have handled the jealousy, though. We all know that jealousy is a whole other topic, right? Um, but when people stop and they think about it, like, take the jealousy out. Just remove the jealousy completely, because we all know that you all know you can work through the jealousy. The jealousy can be worked through. It can be unlearned because our jealousy is learned. Our jealousy is put on us and is pushed on us by like our self-doubt and our self-esteem and our jadedness. All that's put on us. That jealousy is created. That's not something we're born with. It's created. It's put on us. So take that jealousy out and just the possibilities. Present those possibilities to the person that's asking, to the person that you're trying to explain it to. And like, wouldn't that be amazing? To people with kids, I find explaining ethical non-monogamy and polyamory to people with kids so easy. They get it. They get it because you have one child or you have one dog. I'm not discounting fur babies here. You have one child and you think when you have this child that there's no possible fucking way that you can love something as much as you love this baby, this child, this dog, this thing in front of you. There's no possible way that you can love something as much as that. And then you get pregnant again, or you have another baby by surrogate, or adopt another fur baby. And you're like, oh my fucking God, this love is doubled. This love is doubled. It is that same uncontrollable, I am absolutely in love with you, I could just eat you up love. But it's different, right? It's different between the two. You don't love this child the same way you love this one. It's in the same type of love, but it's differently. You love them for different things and for different ways and different things about them you love. And you get aggravated about things from this one that you don't get aggravated. Like this one doesn't do that. But you still love them the same fucking way. And parents go, oh yeah, I get it. Okay. Parents are easy. Again, I'm not trying to exclude single people or people who have chosen to not be parents, because I feel like fur babies are the same way, or siblings or friends or any of those things, all the same. It's having the capacity to be able to share that love that you have with more than one person. It's the capacity of being able to share that romantic love with more than one person. It's that easy. Didn't get a lot of questions today. And I know that there's more questions. I feel like we had some technical difficulties today, and that's the reason why. And I'm so sorry for that. I am going to cut short today because I do have a meeting for work at 1, like my paying job. So I'm going to go ahead and cut short today. If you have questions or comments, if you're one of the people that listen to the show after I've posted it or later, please feel free to put your questions and comments in the thread of the show, and I'll go back and check them and try and answer them. I'm not even going to do product placement today. I'm not going to do sponsors or anything. I am just going to remind you that Elizabeth Sheff's book is called When Someone You Love is Polyamorous, and you can find that on Amazon. And then I highly encourage you to check out Sex with Robin in the next hour, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 a.m. Pacific. God, I fucking hope I got that right. I never get this right. I highly encourage you to check out Sex with Robin today, because Robin is doing a very similar show. Come in. I'm saying goodbye. Would you like to say goodbye to everybody? Bubby. This is my tater tot. Say bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Till next week. Bye-bye.